Iconography by Tristan Watkins, Adam Kurtz, Dane Ghazi, Taylor Johnson, and Jacob Asher.
Iconography is the description, classification, and interpretation of the subject matter of a work of art, derived from the Greek word icon, meaning image, or icon, and graphia, meaning description, writing, or sketch. The word iconography is one of the least understood, most abused, and most flexible terms in the English language.
We would define this as a system of visual images, the meaning of which is widely understood by a given culture or cultural group. These visual images are symbols. That is, they represent something more than their literal meaning. This is also known as the theology of colors.
Cultural conventions are often carried from one generation to the next through iconography. Considering a work of art in terms of the life of a person who made it creates one kind of historical context. There are many other ways to relay a work to history, through involving different elements of the period from which it came.
Hello, I'm Professor Curtis, and today we'll be studying Byzantine icons in 2 minutes, starting now.
Byzantine icons are sacred paintings of the Orthodox faith characterized by vivid colors and often gold-colored backgrounds. Byzantine refers to the Byzantine Empire, for it was during its reign that the icons became established. Any type of wood like walnut, pine, or poplar is selected and carved by hand. Glue is painted onto the wood while 100% cotton fabric is pressed onto the wood while carefully removing all bubbles. The fabric assists in controlling the contraction and expansion of wood. Glue is painted onto the canvas, and after it dries, excess fabric is cut away. Glue and gesso are mixed and applied evenly on the wood, often repeated as many to 10 to 12 layers until it becomes thick. Each layer is alternately applied vertically and horizontally, then it is sanded smooth. The image is lightly drawn on the canvas with pencil. Lacquer is applied to the canvas where the gold leaf will be attached. 3 or 4 layers are applied and then sanded. Glue is applied, and then depending on the weather, the artist may wait up to 12 hours for the glue to be properly tacky. Next, leaves of gold are painted onto the canvas. The artist combs their hair using static electricity to pull the gold leaf onto the brush. The leaf is applied and then pressed onto the canvas. A cotton ball is used to remove the excess gold and burnish the gold leaf to a deep shine. Thicker gold leaf is hand stamped and used for design. Eggs are opened and the yolk is separated from the egg whites and mixed with vinegar. The paints are colored dust minerals mixed with 50% color and 50% egg yolk and vinegar. Egg tempera is a painting process that uses the egg yolk to bind the pigment granules together. As the paint dries, it cures and becomes hard. Once cured, it is very strong and retains its colors for centuries. Egg tempera paint, when applied in many layers, is brittle and easily cracks, requiring a strong absorbing surface, traditionally wooden board covered with gesso or canvas. Egg tempera paint behaves similarly to watercolor, creating opaque and transparent effects. The paint is capable of delicate details and elegant lines and dries quickly on the canvas. First, black colors are applied, then colors are painted from dark to light. The flesh areas begin with an olive green base coat, then lighter colors are added. This way, the underlining greenish tinge will create shadows and depth. The flesh coat is applied over the green base coat, following by an increasingly lighter tint of the flesh color, and then darker outlines and details are executed. The subject's clothing and other elements are also painted in a similar manner. Artists use poles to assist in stabilization and drawing straight lines. Since the paints are traditionally translucent, light actually passes through the paint of the finished icon and then illuminates the colors of the paint by reflecting off the white background of the board. Everything shown in an icon is symbolic. For example, the ears are large and the mouth is small, signifying that the saint hears everything but only speaks the words of holy wisdom. Icons have a profound spiritual meaning. During prayer, an icon acts as a window into heaven, connecting with the saint on the painting. An icon painter, or iconographer, is a theologian as much as he or she is an artist.
Often painting an icon involves a lifestyle of prayer, meditation, and fasting. Oh, right on time. Thank you, and good night.
Examples: every culture has its own iconographic practices, its own system of images that are understood by the culture at large to mean specific things. Christian audiences, for instance, can easily read incidents from the story of Christ.
Modern iconography consists of 2 directions, modernist and traditionalist. Traditionalists use consistent style, rules, and generally believe that any deviation from the traditional is wrong. Modernist direction is committed to the modernization of iconography. Utilize modern language, modern painting style, and materials. Open to new ideas and directions in art.
Can anyone explain iconography?
What are the modern types of iconography?
By show of hands, are any of you single?